First of all, thank y'all for coming today. This is, I want you to think about this as a family reunion. This is internal, and our goal today is to really put ourselves in a position to dream about the future of Richmond. And so today is an opportunity to kind of play around, learn about something new, potentially see yourself in one of these vehicles, take some pictures. But at the same time, we also want to center that we see this as an opportunity for Richmond to continue to be one of the greenest cities on the East Coast, and specifically in the South. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce one of our colleagues here in the Office of Sustainability, Don Oleski, who is our Buildings and Energy Manager, who's going to kind of set the stage about how we see within the Office of Sustainability, and as you see my wonderful shirt here, RVA Green, how we continue to push ourselves when it comes to electrifying our fleet. So I, without further ado, introduce my colleague.
All right, thanks, Mike. So I'm the Energy Program Manager for the Office of Sustainability, and I want to thank you, everyone, for being here, and our mayor and esteemed key leadership. You guys have been championing these goals from the start, and we just got our greenhouse gas inventory back, and based on the science-based targets, we have some ambitious goals in front of us throughout Richmond. To meet those 2030 goals, we need to work towards 50% vehicle electrification. So that means leading by example. And I can assure you that our city staff has been working collaboratively through the joint energy team and departments from the start. I see finance, I see DPU, I see Office of Equitable Transit and Mobility. We're all working together to figure this out. These complicated challenges take everyone on board. So our biggest champion has been Calvin Chambliss, so I'm going to hand it over to him.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor, other guests. Yeah, I am the fleet manager for the city, and we're going to talk about ways that we're going to save you money in the future. We're going to save you money by doing what? Buying EVs. We're going to save you money by now your average cost for a service on this vehicle is only $80. So we're going to save you money by having folks that is trained and certified to do things in-house. So that's our big commitment to the city, to ensure that I have tax and we're buying these vehicles. That's the way of the future. So again, I want to thank the Office of Sustainability for this opportunity.
I get excited about when we get a chance to not only welcome our leadership, but it also get our leadership a chance to speak about what he sees the future to be. So thank you so much, Mr. Mayor, and I welcome you.
Thank you. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Well, first, let me just give a thanks. EV Noire, Virginia Clean Cities. I'm probably forgetting some other partners as well. But a big thanks as well to the Office of Sustainability under Lord Thomas as well. Folks, this is about making a culture shift here in Richmond. I championed RVA Green 2050 in my first year of office. It may have been one of the first press conferences I had was about talking about the future. A lot of leadership is about the here and now. And when you're the mayor, there's a lot to talk about when we talk about the here and now. But you also have to look towards the future as well. That's how cities remain competitive. That's how cities become more attractive to many, many people. And the future is electric vehicles. It's EVs. We know this. We want folks in the Commonwealth of Virginia, the state level, to know this. And we are proud that our president knows this, and President Biden. We recognize that the future of our country is in EVs. And here's the thing. You heard how we're going to go about saving money for the taxpayer, but also I remind folks that we are only here for a temporary moment in time. We get to enjoy this beautiful earth for a temporary moment in time. If we are not doing everything necessary to pass this gift, yes, it is a gift, on to other generations, then we are not doing our job. I want to make sure that Richmond is at the forefront of this, right? I don't want us, coming behind. I want us leading the pack. And we are absolutely doing that as we start our next chapter in focusing on how we go about adding this to our fleet. I hear there are some vehicles that I'll have an opportunity to maybe drive today, which I want to get into. But it's my hope when the next mayor is elected that we have fire trucks and Police vehicles will all be electric for years and years to come. This is just us putting, you could say a down payment on what the future should look like for the city of Richmond. Thank y'all so much.
And so as we have these conversations and we continue to push ourselves further, what would we be without partners? And so in this conversation, and as we continue to, again, try to electrify not just Richmond, but also the state of Virginia, I want to introduce a great partner of ours from Virginia Clean Cities. Graham, I'll ask him just to say a few remarks on the behalf of his organization. And then we'll also, after that, bring up EV Hybrid Noire and some of our other partners. Graham?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me, Mr. Mayor, everyone. Virginia Clean Cities is a clean transportation working group based at James Madison University, and we're a great partner of the Office of Sustainability. Our director has been a part of the Climate 2030 plan, and he always likes to say that Virginia is not an oil-producing state, but Virginians spend $50 million a day on petroleum products. And we just want to do what we can to drive that number down. So thank you all so much, and we're so thrilled to be here. I'd like to introduce Terry Travis from EV Hybrid Noire.
First, thank you all for having us today. I'm Terry Travis with EV Noire. Today I'm representing Electrifying Virginia, but first I want to thank Mayor Stoney and team, as well as the Office of Sustainability. It's really an important matter and important conversation. We launched this campaign or platform called Electrifying Virginia to help educate and engage Virginians across the state about the benefits of multimodal clean transportation. So that means everything from micromobility all the way up to Class 8 heavy-duty freight and everything in between. But the idea is that it's really important to have these partnerships with cities across the country, particularly here in Virginia, where there's a lot of movement and energy around transportation electrification, and really engaging communities and meeting folks where they are is critically important to the advancement of clean transportation. I've been working in this space about 15 years across the country as well as internationally, and it's really, we're at an inflection point where we're starting to see communities and fleets and, corporations beginning to embrace clean transportation. And it's more than just being about getting from point A to point B. It's about healthier air, access to jobs, workforce, addressing transportation burdens. So we're just really happy to be here and be a part of this conversation. I'm going to pass it to Alex from my team, who's going to tell you a little bit more.
Thank you, Terry, and thank you, Office of Sustainability and Mayor Stoney for having us here today. I wanted to just kind of highlight some of the things that Terry said about why it is so important that we are working in Virginia. Virginia is actually leading the way in a lot of things to do with electric mobility. There's nearly 100,000 EVs registered on the road and over 6,000 EV chargers across the state. Additionally, right now, electricity is at an all-time low for the cost. Actually, we see it right now is about $1 per gallon cost equivalency. Which is just makes it so important for working with communities and being in communities and kind of helping them show all the benefits around electric mobility. And another way that we are doing that and helping these communities is helping on a program called Charge at Work, where we're helping get cities and businesses to connect with EV charger infrastructure companies. The majority of people, when they charge, it's either at home or they charge at work. And especially for people who live in apartment buildings or don't have the capital to actually buy a home charger themselves, it is really a great way to have charging at work and for it to be a benefit that your employer can offer as well. But we obviously really want to kind of show who makes up Electrifying Virginia and our board as well. We have two members of our advisory board today, and I'll start it with Lucius, who is a student at Virginia State and also a member of our board as well.
Thank you all for having me here. I want to thank everyone for making it possible to come out here today, starting from the mayor of the city of Richmond. Thank you all for making it possible to come out here today. My name is Lucius Wakama. I'm a computer science major at Virginia State University, and I'm honored and grateful to be here today to present to you all
I was selected by EV Hybrid Noire as an advisor, as a fellow for the EV Hybrid Noire program, and it came out to be very successful. So during the program, I was able to participate in different meetings, and I was also able to participate in EdTech programs. So all I want to say to everyone is I invite you all to invest your time, your energy, your resources in order to make the EV industry a sustainable industry. You know, teach the younger generation, because we are the future of EV drivers here in America. So teach the younger generation about the importance of EV industry in order to make it sustainable for the whole country. Thank you.